name is Baudette. Food is not a right, it's a privilege. People need to work hard so they can earn enough money to buy food and support themselves and or their families. However, not everyone can successfully do this, and some people are left food insecure. Food insecurity occurs whenever an individual does not have adequate access to enough food to support themselves in their daily active lifestyles. Unfortunately, in America, there are about 48.1 million people that suffer from food insecurity. This number is far too high, and I feel that there should be efforts that are trying to lower this number. This is why I chose this topic to be my senior project. My essential question that I wanted to dive more in depth into is, how are people working to combat hunger? And after some quick research at the beginning, I constructed a thesis that states, food insecurity is a major problem that affects millions of Americans today, but effective efforts are being made by food stamp programs, national school nutrition programs, and food pantries to help those in need all across the country. So after my quick research at the beginning of this project, I found that there are already lots of organizations and programs out there that help fight hunger. One of the most effective and most widely known organizations is the Food Stamp Program, or as they were renamed to a few years ago, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. This program provides people who are eligible for benefits with assistance every month, and they can go to their local grocery stores and buy food to support themselves or their family. And last year, they benefited about 45.4 million people, and this number is rising. The second group of programs that I found were very effective in fighting food insecurity were school nutrition programs. When people think about hunger, they mainly think about the adults that suffer from hunger, and not much focus is put on the children. Last year, about 22 million children received free or reduced price meals in school through breakfast programs, the National School Lunch Program, or after-school programs every day. Out of the 48.1 million Americans that are food insecure in the country, at least 22 million of them are children. So I feel that more effort has to be put into focusing on the children and making sure that they have food as well as the adults. Of the 22 million children that received meals during the school year, only about 3.9 million received them over the summer. So new programs are being instituted that reach out to more children and give them food over the summer so they can eat. And this is another aspect that I feel should have more focus put on it, and they actually are improving these programs every year. The third group of organizations that I found were very effective in fighting hunger were local food pantries, food programs, and banks. These do a great job of focusing on the local individuals who suffer from hunger rather than a nationwide, whole country viewpoint. I was fortunate enough to be able to work with the Capital Region Food Program this summer and get to know my mentor, Dr. Maria Pancho, as she helped guide me through my senior project, gave me some great insight into the hunger problem in the area, and just told me ways that we all can help fight hunger, and I'd like to thank her for that. So the Capital Region Food Program is a private, all-volunteer, not-for-profit organization that works out of the greater Concord, New Hampshire area, and their goal is to feed the hungry. They do this through two major programs every year. One program is the Yearly Distribution Program. This program happens every month throughout the year, and once a month, the food program volunteers gather at a manufacturer and they distribute out the donated food, items, goods that were given to them by local big businesses such as Market Basket. These distributed foods go to local food pantries, soup kitchens that are in need of food so more people can be fed. The second major program that they run every year is the Holiday Food Basket Program. This program is great in reaching out to people during the holiday seasons and giving them a nice warm meal to have and food for up to 2 to 3 weeks after that. I personally have been involved in both of these programs, the Food Basket Program for the past 2 years, and I helped out with the yearly distributions this year, and I found that they're very effective and great at feeding the hungry. The Holiday Food Basket program reaches out to thousands of people in the local area every year. This graph up here shows some local towns that have community members that receive these food baskets, and it includes all the local towns except for one. That blue line up there is the Concord Pembroke community. They receive that town has so many more community members that receive these food baskets, mainly due to their larger population. And this may seem tragic about how many people there are in Concord hungry. However, these are as many people, this is the number of people that receive these benefits. So this food basket program does a really good job of reaching out to a large number of people to make sure they have food for the holiday season. The second organization I was fortunate enough to work with this summer was the Friendly Kitchen, the only soup kitchen of Concord. This soup kitchen feeds the hungry during lunch and dinner hours every weekday, and then adds a breakfast on the weekends. Personally, I volunteered during the lunch hours 1 to 2 times a week throughout the entire summer, and I gained so many great experiences from it. I met some great new people in the kitchen, met some great people who I was serving food, and it was just really put everything into perspective about how lucky I should be to be able to have food whenever I want, because I saw every day people who maybe the lunch I was serving them was their only food they had all day. And it was just really eye-opening that I should be appreciating what I have in life more. One quote that they have that I found in the Friendly Kitchen that's written above their serving window is, "The Friendly Kitchen seeks to provide a meal for the hungry in a warm and caring, non-discriminating environment through the coordination of community volunteer resources." And I think this really just sums up the goal of the Friendly Kitchen that they do very effectively. I got a lot out of my experiences this summer with the food program and with the Friendly Kitchen, but the biggest thing has to be not to take anything for granted. From my experiences at the Friendly Kitchen, I saw people that weren't able to have 3 nutritious meals a day, but I am able to, and I think I've been taking the opportunities I have for granted in my life, and seeing these experiences at the Friendly Kitchen really just put everything into perspective about how I should be appreciating my opportunities in life more. And I found this quote that I really like that describes this situation. It says, "The things you take for granted, someone else is praying for." The second biggest takeaway I had from my experiences was giving back to the community just feels good. From volunteering at the Friendly Kitchen and at the Capital Region Food Program, it just felt really good to see everyone appreciating the time that the volunteers were putting in and appreciating the food that they were receiving. And it makes me feel really good to be having such a positive impact on the lives of other people. So what can you do to help fight hunger? Here's the answer. Get involved any way you can. Doesn't matter if you're volunteering your time, donating money, sharing your expertise, or even just spreading the word about hunger to get more people involved and talking about it. Every little thing that you do to fight hunger has a tremendous impact, and hopefully one day hunger will be eradicated and everyone will be able to have 3 nutritious meals every single day without having to worry when their next piece of food will be. Thank you for your time. Are there any questions?
Oh, you're not going to get away with not having a question. So Austin, when you first started this project, what was your thought about hunger insecurity versus to what it is now?
Well, I knew that hunger was an issue, and I've obviously heard about it in the news and all the programs doing it, but I really didn't realize how big of an issue it was. Like, the graph that I showed earlier about how many people in just the Concord area receive the food basket every year, it was really shocking to see how many people suffer from food insecurity, and I strongly believe that efforts should be continued in decreasing the number of hungry people.
And you were shocked about the number of children?
Yes, that was a very big part.
Austin, are you going to continue to volunteer?
Yes, I'm going to be continuing volunteering at the food basket program every year. At the Friendly Kitchen, I was only able to do it over the summer because they have adult regular volunteers that they call them throughout the school year when I'm in school. So I'm not going to be able to do it during the school year, but possibly like when I come back from college or something, if I have some free time. I had great experiences there and loved it, so wouldn't mind doing that. you.